Hey there, it's been a minute since I posted a video. This winter was straight up brutal. But wouldn't you know it, things are already starting to warm up, at least where I live here in Virginia Beach. So today, I'm giving you a quick update on what's going on with the channel and what I've got planned for this upcoming riding season. So stick around, we're talking motorcycles, one of your favorite things. Hey there, it's been a while. I hope you haven't missed me too much. Anyway, I miss all of you guys. So we are currently in my garage, which is a wreck. And my plan today is to straighten out the garage, get the bikes in line in order that I can work on them. They all need some work before springtime. And I'm going to go through and point out some things real quick. So here we go. So first and foremost is my grandson's bike. This is my grandson's CX-500. And we have to do the brake caliper, the brake master cylinder. As you can probably see, it has that little Chinese job on there, which is a piece of junk. It doesn't work. But I have the original, and I bought the rebuild kit. And we're also going to be rebuilding the caliper. Take the carburetors off, I have a total rebuild kit for the carburetors. So those are the two things that are wrong with this bike. Other than that, we're going to fresh it up. Eventually, it will need tires, but for right now, he's not going anything over 10 miles per hour, so I'm not so concerned about that. Next, we have the KTM. Now, the KTM, I have to drop the fuel pump again, because I attempted to do a wheelie, and in full throttling it, all of a sudden, it spit the clips off of the fuel pump. So I have to drop the fuel pump and re-clip it and make it so that it doesn't come off again. And what does it do? So it rides fine. I can go 70, 80 miles per hour. But when you gun it, all of a sudden like this, it doesn't, it kind of bogs down. It gets lazy, and then it builds speed. So that tells me that the fuel pump is not sucking fuel like it should. Next is my Electra Glide. You know, of all my bikes, I always say that if I have to get rid of everything, that's the one I'll keep, because that one's the one that takes me cross country, and just, I mean, I can ride it in town as well as, you know, across states. So what I have to do to this bike is pretty basic stuff. Put a brand new front tire, which I have. I have I forgot what tire I bought. I have the Michelin Commander 3 front tire for this. The back tire is in very good condition. I'm not worried about that right now. So if you don't know, I change my own tires. So that's going to be something that I'm going to be doing. Next is my FXR. Now the FXR has the rear tire, and I noticed this on a video, is not on the bead. So, and thank God I caught it on a video. When I ride, I can see the tire doing this, and it's because it's not properly seated. And that is 100% my fault. Like I said, I do my own tires. I mounted these tires. I had the same exact thing happen to the front one, and I went down the road, took it for a test ride, and it was wobbling all over the place. I had to come back, take it off the bead again, and then put some of that slick stuff that you use for the tires. So anyway, so that's what I have to do to the back one now. Now, I did lose a wheel bearing in the back, and thinking now, that is probably why I lost it, because the tire is doing that. And the wheel bearings were in terrible condition. These are not sealed wheel bearings that this bike has. Even though it's a 94, it has the wheel bearings that you have to pack. So, junk wheel bearings on this bike. And I have been looking at having the conversion done, so you can buy the sealed wheel bearings for this bike, but it is a job. It is not a simple thing. And then I have this one, and to fill you in on this bike, my Vikla, I got in contact with my mechanic. He's in North Carolina, 2 hours from here, but the guy is worth it. Brooks Cycles out of Garyburg, North Carolina. And he tells me that it is not the lower end bearing, as I believe it is. He tells me these bikes are known for having the bolt at the compensator come loose. And he says that's what it sounds like. Now, for those of you that follow my channel, you know that I took the primary chain tensioner, little window right there. I took that out and I checked the tension on the primary chain, and that wasn't it. So I left it alone. I put everything back the way it's supposed to be. But he says that is very likely what is the problem with it. So he says that's something that you can do yourself. Just take the primary cover off. I obviously drain the fluid, take the primary cover off, and then put a torque wrench on that bolt for the compensator. And so that's where I'm at with that. So as you can see, every bike needs something. This bike I can ride like this around, not too far. This bike I can ride with that front tire. It's not terrible. I don't let them get too bad. But today what I'm doing is I'm putting things in order as I am going to work on them. Now, I also have some lights here that I'm going to be doing some work to this garage here shortly. I've made a deal with my brother where he's going to be installing all of those lights. I am going to be working on his bike. So that's supposed to take place before spring. And actually, I told him I need the bike now. So it does me no good if you're going to do this in April. I mean, I can do that myself. So those lights are LEDs, quite big. I have 6 of them, 6 or 8, 2, 4, 6. And they ought to light up this place pretty good. You cut out the drywall and all those wires that I have up there, because there's a big mess of wires. I want to put everything up above the ceiling so you're not seeing all these wires on the ceiling. It looks pretty bad. And not only that, I don't think it's so safe. The 2 fans that I have, those will stay in place. The wires will be above the drywall. So I got some work for that, and I'm going to have to pull all the bikes out when he comes and lay plastic out in certain areas because he's going to make a mess, and then it has to be painted. So that is the plan for my ceiling. So let's get busy cleaning the garage. Another thing, I know this is a motorcycle channel, but I just picked up this vehicle a couple weeks ago. It's 2017 Yukon XL. I'm getting rid of my Expedition, which I really love, I drive in this vehicle, and I can truly say I prefer my Ford. Now, this is a GMC product. It is rather large, but it's what I wanted. It's comfortable. It has a lot more bells and whistles than my Expedition did. It has captain's chairs in the back. And a bench seat in the back. It has all the bells and whistles. One of the nicer things I like, it has heated steering wheel, and I used it last night. And I had to go to work. And when I got in the car late at night, I got in the car about 10 o'clock, the steering wheel was frozen. But it is a large vehicle. Let's see. There we go. You can see even with the back seat lined up, look at all this room we have back here. Yeah. So there you have it. This is my new, to me, vehicle. It has a 5.3 liter engine. Very comfortable. So those of you that follow my channel for a while know that I go to Daytona Beach Bike Week almost every year. This would be the 19th year. I've been going since 2007 when my daughter returned from Iraq and we went to Daytona Beach for the very first time, both of us on our very own bikes. That was a great ride I did with my daughter. It was a real proud moment. Anyhow, this is the 19th year since I've been going, but this year things are a bit too hectic. Between family and work, I just couldn't pull it. What does that have to do with the channel? Nothing at all. Things continue. I have plenty of projects, as I told you. Now, before I get too much off track, take a look at the back wheel of this bike. This is what I was telling you. The back tire, the bead is not properly set, so the tire is a little bit wobbly back there. What I have to do is take the tire off the bead, lube it, and put it back. And I know that's going to go away because that is exactly what's wrong with that tire. And I tell you what, having a 360 camera is excellent. I have found a few things wrong with my bike because of the 360. On my Electra Glide, I realized that the air filter was loose. As I was riding, I was watching it on the video, and I can tell that the air filter was bouncing. Something I don't pay attention to when I'm riding because I'm looking forward. Anyhow, that helped me out with that. Another thing I can tell you about this bike is, look at the front suspension. Those springs are too soft and worn out. It's time for an upgrade on the suspension of this bike, and that's going to be coming soon. So that's two projects that I have on this bike. I have to buy new springs, change the fork oil, do a rebuild kit on the front end, and I have to take that back tire off the bead and refill it. I know that'll fix that. With all the other projects that I have on my bikes, as I told you in the beginning of this video, that's going to keep me busy. Now, in other news, I just picked up a 2017 Electra Glide Ultra. I bought it from my cousin. It has a little bit of damage from a slight fender bender it was in. I'm going to be tearing that down. Not too much. The bike is actually rideable. Has a couple of scratches and a bent crash bar. I have to tear that apart and then put it back together. That bike is going to be for sale. I'm going to be keeping my Electra Glide because that's the bike of my choice. I have it set up just like I want it. Rides. What rides do I have planned for the year? To be honest with you, it was just today we were talking about going to the Tail of the Dragon this year and the surrounding areas. So that's a big possibility, and I believe that might take place in June. We'll have to wait and see. I'm also going to be working on my brother's 2024 Road Glide. There's a lot of upgrades I'm going to be doing to that bike. He's been buying parts, and as I said early in this video, he's going to be doing some work on my garage, and I'll be tearing into his bike, turning it into a performance bagger. That's a few videos you'll want to see. I'm going to do a heck of a transformation on that bike. Anyhow, I think that's it for now. Now, I do have a couple of other videos that I've already recorded, and one I can tell you, yeah, it doesn't end so well for me. You're going to have to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you are subscribed, you're going to want to look out for that video. So, as always, you all take care. Watch out with the crazy people on the roads, and I will catch you on the next one. Adios.